Hi, this is Robert at Excite Computer. Today we are introducing our MTower iGamer based on the newest Intel 980X Core i7 CPU, 6 cores, 12 megabyte of cache based on the 32 nanometer technology. And let's take a look how we did it outside first. The case of choice is the Cooler Master HAF 922. It's a mid-sized tower case. It's got on the top 2 USBs, an eSATA interface, and 2 audio in and out. The major strength of this case, high air force, is the acronym here. As a grill ventilation from the unused base, and then a big 20 centimeter fan supported by grid in the front. From the side we also have extra gridding, and there is a fan on the top that we can't see, but it's another 20 centimeter fan on top. We'll look at it a little later. Monitor of choice is a newest Samsung 26.5, very high dynamic contrast ratio of 70,000 to 1. Great picture. Gaming mouse and keyboard from Logitech. The G11 keyboard has illuminated keys, so you can play with low light in the ambient. And the mouse is the G5 as a modifiable ballast to enhance the dynamic of your gaming style. Let's open the case and see how we did it inside. Okay, the case is open now, so we can take a look inside and see how we configure the system. At the top, you guys can see this factory standard Intel heatsink. We usually prefer the Cooler Master V8 series, but this heatsink has a great thermal conveyance, and as a new feature is a switch that allows to modulate the fan speed from power mode and quiet mode. So it will basically keep the noise down if you don't need to overclock, if you're in a well ventilated environment, or you can set it at power mode. It will be a little more noisy, but you can overclock a little higher. Up on top we see the 20 centimeter fan we discussed before, allows a lot of the heat to go out directly up on top. And here on the side there's a memory cooler from Corsair, and is keeping the RAM underneath cool. For RAM we use a 12 gigabyte of Patriot, the new G series, that has an enhanced column address select access time for better performance. On the back here, the 12 centimeter fan also keep the whole environment here cool. As you already noticed, the Evga motherboard with the glowing logo there is the E760 classified. We like this board being one of the most flexible for overclocking. You can fine-tune and overclock voltage for the CPU, the RAM, and the speed on the bus, and so forth. Video card is the Radeon HD 5970. Is an ATI new, latest and greatest. Has 2 gigabytes of DDR5 RAM and 2 GPUs. The GPUs are one here and one here. So basically, per se, can be configured already as a two-way crossfire. We could install a second video card for a 4-way crossfire. The motherboard is slated to support triple SLI and so forth. Of course, we don't recommend that, at least not with this power supply. This power supply is an 1100 watt from Corsair. It's pretty adequate for this configuration as it is. The case has ample bays exposed, 6 exposed bays, and 6 also internal. We installed on this unit 2 Velociraptor 300 gigabyte each for a net of 600 gig in RAID 0 configuration. Those drives have a 10,000 RPM SATA 2, so high performance at a moderate cost. Taking a look at the CPU-Z here, you guys can see we mildly overclocked this unit at 3.58 gigahertz. The unit is rated at 3.3 gigahertz. Overclocking at 3.5 is very conservative, but we guarantee that as a standard workload for all 6 core actives. If you guys play on a single threaded application, single core application, you can overclock it much higher, up to 4.3 gig is probably achievable. We have to guarantee our unit for professional use as well. So, and on the CPU-Z panel, you can note the 6 cores are there and the 12 threads. So that will give you a performance boost, especially for rendering applications like Photoshop or 3D Max and so forth. I think this is all for this presentation. You guys can take a look at our website, excitecomputer.com, and see more and eventually order one of those. Thank you very much.